Welcome back to my lab. I'm Professor Zapnik, and today we're going to dissect a biological mystery that fundamentally challenges everything we think we know about life and death. Imagine for a moment that your life isn't a straight line from birth to old age, but a cycle where you can press a reset button at any time. When you look in the mirror, you see a face that resembles your mom's or your dad's. This is because nature handed you a very strict set of instructions called DNA. This code determines how you grow up and, usually, when you start to age. For most living things, time is a one-way street. Cells wear out, get tired, and eventually stop working. But there is a tiny creature in warm ocean waters, barely 5 millimeters wide, that simply refuses to follow these rules. This is Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish, which has figured out how to outsmart time itself. To understand this amazing trick, we first need to see how a normal jellyfish life works. Most start as tiny larvae, then settle on the ocean floor looking like a miniature plant. This stage is called a polyp. Later, free-swimming jelly-like Medusae, the jellyfish we know, bud off from this polyp, eventually aging and passing away. Our hero, the immortal jellyfish, however, found an incredible loophole. When it gets into major trouble, if it's injured, sick, or undergoes stress or physical damage, it doesn't give up. Instead, it triggers a process that science calls transdifferentiation. It sounds like a big, scary word, but its meaning is pure magic. The jellyfish's cells are capable of completely transforming themselves. Think about what it would be like if one moment you were a wrinkled old person, and the next, the cells of your skin, bones, and organs simply reprogram themselves to assemble back into a healthy little baby. The jellyfish does exactly this. It shrinks its body, collapses into a cyst-like cell mass, and transforms back into a polyp on the seafloor. This polyp then manufactures new Medusae that are genetically identical to the original creature. It's like taking a broken car, and instead of sending it to the junkyard, you push a button to turn its parts back into raw metal and rubber so they can be reassembled into a brand new model in the garage. For biologists, this process is the ultimate wow factor because it reveals that cell identity isn't a rule carved in stone. While the cells in your eyes know they have to see and would never want to become muscle cells, the cells of the immortal jellyfish are flexible. They can forget their old jobs and take on new roles in a young body. Of course, this doesn't mean these little guys are flooding the oceans or living forever in practice. Nature is a cruel place. Their immortality only protects them against natural aging, not against a hungry sea turtle or an environmental disaster. So, why is this tiny marvel being studied at the world's top universities? Because if we could fully understand the genetic mechanisms behind transdifferentiation, it could revolutionize medicine. If we understood how a living being rejuvenates its own cells, we might become capable of regenerating human tissue, healing damaged hearts, or repairing areas of the brain without the need for complex surgeries. The immortal jellyfish isn't just a marine curiosity. It's a living ray of hope that tells us the boundaries of life are much wider than we previously imagined. Next time you're at the beach, just think. A creature might be swimming past you that was already there when your great-grandfather wasn't even born and might still be there when you're long finished telling your grandkids about Professor Zapnik. And who knows? Perhaps your generation will be the one to finally crack this marine code and write your names into the history books. But that's all for today's session on biological time travel. If you don't want the most exciting secrets of science to float past you like a jellyfish in the dark, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way, you'll be sure to have a front row seat every time we swing open the lab doors. Remember, the world is full of questions, and the answers are waiting for you right here at Zapnik's lab. Stay curious and stay brilliant. Bye-bye.